Cale.
Hey, good morning, David. Yeah, welcome to another episode of The Safe Space. Today, I have the pleasure of sitting here with David Sr., the founder of Northwest Safe. This is the first time that we've got to do this together.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, David Jr.'s over in our Spokane shop today, so and it's a perfect topic for us to talk about the brands that we carry and the brands that we don't carry and why. This is a topic of discussion every day here at Northwest Safe with each other and also with potential customers. But I think before we get into the brands we carry right now, I kind of want to go back in time to the beginning of Northwest Safe and maybe tell us a little bit about what brands kind of prompted you to start Northwest Safe, but also, you know, why you brought certain brands in and why you didn't bring other ones in.
Wow. Well, what my goal always was to bring in products that we could stand behind, that I was comfortable with selling because I knew we weren't going to have troubles with them.
Yeah.
That isn't always what happened, though.
Yeah.
So some of the brands over the years, things changed and we created problems. My wife was a big Nordstrom shopper. And
I think she still is.
So when we started Northwest Safe, our idea was we wanted to be that. We wanted people to come here knowing they were going to get great service and value and never have to worry about buying something and there's a problem with it and they're stuck.
Yeah.
So that was our goal.
Quality, yeah. So centered around quality. That's obviously something that used to be synonymous with Nordstrom. But yeah, obviously, the initial brand that kind of got the wheels really turning at Northwest Safe was Liberty, as far as a larger brand that you helped develop and build. But what were some of the first brands that you carried at Northwest Safe?
Okay, there was a Pony Express brand by Sun Welding out of California.
Pony Express.
And that was actually the first product I brought in.
Okay.
I'd never seen one before I brought it in.
Yeah.
And the first few I got were great.
Yeah.
No problems. They looked good. The fit and finish was good. But then I started having problems.
Yeah.
And moved away from that. And actually, the next brand I started bringing in a little bit of through buying them from another dealer was National Security.
Yeah.
And they were fabulous.
Right.
Great product, great support, real value, not inexpensive.
Yeah.
Real value and lots of options. From there, that's months after that, I found Liberty Safe, and they were brand new.
Yeah.
And talking with Jay Crosby, found out where they were going to be, and actually a few weeks after my initial conversation, I met with James Stoddard and Calvin Coles from Liberty Safe at that time, and made a deal to become their first dealer.
Wow. Yeah, I love hearing those stories. Yeah, Pony Express, I've seen a few of those over my time here. Obviously, National is a brand that we've sold and carried for years. Liberty ended up acquiring National years later. And now it's kind of sad because the National brand's kind of gone out the door.
Yeah, it's the same thing as a Presidential with a different hinge.
Yeah. But there's just something about that National Security name and branding and logo that, I own two Nationals. I know you've had Nationals for years, but really, in a nutshell, yeah, Northwest Safe has always wanted to carry quality brands that offer people a really good value. That's that's what we've always wanted to do, and what we still aim to do today.
Yeah, no matter what the price point is, whether
Yeah.
it's a $600 safe or a $1,000 safe or a $5,000 or $10,000 safe, we want the best value in that category.
Absolutely, yeah. You know, yeah, that's something that we talk about with customers here is, hey, you know, for the past 40 years, we've brought in just about every brand you can think of, and we've learned sometimes the hard way what brands we should carry and what brands we shouldn't, so we can be advocates for our customer base. So yeah, it's been interesting to see just in my time here, 15 years or so, you know, what brands have continued to elevate, or some brands who have declined. It's been interesting to see that.
And there's some that are an up and down pattern.
Yeah.
They got better for a while, then they go down, and it changes with the market.
Yeah.
And with what demand is. Liberty has been the one consistent brand through the past, 36, 37 years.
Yeah.
That we've stayed with. And it's always been one of those brands that had such a variety. So there's something for most people.
Yep.
And they've been really good about standing behind the issues. Not to say that there wasn't ever, you know, problems or quality problems, but they always stood behind them. And
Absolutely.
for the most part, it's been very consistent that way.
Yeah, Liberty's been an awesome brand to carry. You know, people often have confused us with Liberty Safe. They think that we are Liberty Safe. Obviously, being a first dealer and being so closely connected to that brand, that always makes me smile when people just go, Northwest Safe is Liberty Safe. We've carried that product for a long time, and we will continue to in the future.
Absolutely.
From there, you know, I think about, again, when I kind of came into the fold here, and yeah, Liberty was the primary brand, and then Champion was another one that we've had for a long time, which, you know, that's continued to offer our customers a quality product in multiple different price points. How did you become a Champion dealer? Talk a little bit about Champion Safe.
Well, Champion is actually an offshoot from Liberty.
There you go.
So Ray and Jay Crosby that owned Liberty were having troubles getting along. And so, long story short, Ray left, and sometime later started Champion Safe.
Yeah.
So
just down the road.
The two brothers fighting, and what's funny is Walt Crosby was the who he started national security.
Yeah.
So it was three brothers in the safe business that had huge effect on this industry.
Yeah, that's wild. So yeah, Champion, you know, they build, you know, stuff down in Utah. They also have some stuff that's built with U.S. steel, shipped down to Mexico, assembled and welded, kind of a price point product. Champion is a great brand. And then another brand that, you know, has been growing with us is American Security Products. And American Security's been around a long time.
Yeah, they're
you know,
I think the 40s.
Yeah, we haven't always been an AMSEC dealer, but one thing that I love about AMSEC and always have is they have such a diverse offering. They don't just build a gun safe. They don't just do commercial safes. They do depository safes, wall safes, pistol safes, vault doors, just about everything.
Everything.
Yeah, and so for a sales guy, right, I like to say yes to people. And American Security, definitely out of all of the brands, has the most diverse product offering, top to bottom, different categories. Yeah, what do you think about AMSEC?
One of my favorite things about AMSEC is they're almost always perfect.
Yeah.
The quality of the fit, finish, and assembly.
Yeah.
We don't have problems. We unbox them, clean them up, look them over, and they're ready to go to the customer. We don't have to adjust things or patch things up or...
Yeah. Yeah, and David's talking about the BFX product, which is primarily the gun safe that we carry here. That's a U.S. built safe. American Security does build a bunch of imported safes that we choose not to bring in because we feel like we can offer people a quality American-made safe at those price points.
Similar price point.
Yeah, and that goes back to what you said in the beginning, David. Like we find these products, models, and brands that meet our consumers' needs in these categories, in these pricing structures that, we don't have to bring in every American Security or every Liberty. We don't have every single model from every manufacturer. We pick and choose what we believe is the best value in those price points. And so, the BFX, we use it here at Northwest Safe for our business purposes. A lot of people who work here own BFXs. The quality of an American Security BFX and their commercial product.
Their commercial line is amazing.
That was the product that got me so excited about American Security, a decade plus ago was, these guys have TL15, TL30, TL30x6, and they're super clean.
They also, are they the only ones that make a TL30x6 gun safe? It's actually an actual firearm safe.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, that's our highest security gun safe. So to get that UL rating and then have a nice interior built out with power and lights and the door panel and the RF has been a great safe for us over the years. So American Security, from there, the newest member of our product offering, and it's been super fun and exciting to see it grow, and it aligns with what we do in our consumer base and how we sell product. But this company right here behind us, Fort Knox. So, you mentioned James Stoddard earlier when you became a Liberty dealer way back when. James is now at Fort Knox, and we were able to finally put the deal together to create, obviously a relationship between Northwest Safe and Fort Knox, and it's been a good start. It's just been about a year, and we've been doing pretty good with the product.
We're almost 1 year.
Almost 1 year. So what do you have to say about the Fort Knox brand, and why do we carry Fort Knox? Why does it align with your original business model?
Well, there's a lot of things, but I'll try to hit on several of them.
Yeah.
One is it's a small family-owned business.
Yeah.
And they treat their employees like family. I'm really impressed with
their culture, dynamic,
how they're treating James, how they're treating us.
Yeah.
And I was impressed with their loyalty to dealers.
Yeah.
It was, a 15-year project for us to become a dealer.
Yeah.
Everything had to align up right. They were being loyal to dealers that were performing. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
The other thing is the customization and the variety. Now, if you want an inexpensive safe, you don't want a $2,000 safe, Fort Knox isn't for you.
No.
If you want quality,
Yep.
you want something that's going to actually be a safe, it's going to provide you some security more than just from a smash and grabber, it's a great product with lots of options.
Yeah, absolutely. You can start with whatever thickness of steel you want in their product line and then just start adding things to it. From security upgrades to fire upgrades to lock upgrades with a redundant lock to the interior cabinets, and then tons of different paint options. I think they got 6 or 7 different logos. I'm still learning the product line a year later, and I think I'll continue to have to learn more about it. But Fort Knox has been an awesome addition. If you're looking for a high quality customized product, that it's a no-brainer to go with Fort Knox.
I like the fact too that most of the manufacturers are stuck on a size, and I get it, they're production.
Yeah.
To change the size or change a hinge direction is a real challenge for a production company. But Fort Knox, that is custom building everything, if you need one an inch narrower,
no problem,
they'll do it.
Yeah.
You need it a little shallower, a little deeper, a little taller, any of it can be done.
Yeah. It just takes time and money.
Yeah.
But and vault doors too. I would say, their number one selling product is their vault door, and we've done pretty darn good with them to start off. You can add, the AR 500, or you can add the stainless, and you can do the same types of upgrades to the door as you can to their safes. And then they'll do custom sized doors as well. And whether you need a little bit smaller RO or bigger or taller, like you said, they'll do whatever you want.
Another thing I like about them is their willingness or ability to add layers of steel and stainless steel or hardened steel that modern cutting tools are going to have a hard time with. So safes haven't progressed much since the 1970s or 80s when they started building gun safes, but tools have.
Yep.
And cordless tools can wreak havoc on your inexpensive, lightweight gun safes.
Absolutely.
But when you see how cutting just stops when you hit hardened steel, you hit that AR plate, the blade just gives up.
Yeah, it just eats it up. Yeah, it's been astonishing to see those tests, and it makes me a little nervous about my mild steel safe. Definitely, I think if I was getting a new safe, I'd be getting a Fort Knox Titan with that AR 500. So yeah, Fort Knox, really good quality, awesome brand. They stand behind their product. From there, some of our other brands that we carry are Browning and Rhino. They're a nice, kind of supplemental product for us. We don't have every model from those manufacturers. Again, we kind of pick and choose. With Rhino, the things that I like about Rhino are, they're founded and owned by a veteran. Don's a great guy, out of Boise, just outside of Boise, Idaho. They do build a lot of imported stuff, that they sell to the box stores, but we don't carry that. We carry their U.S. built product that's built in Idaho, and primarily we carry their Rhino Ironworks lineup. They were the trendsetter, a decade ago when it came to that riveted industrial. It was taking the construction world by storm, and they were smart enough to go, hey, let's build a safe that looks like this, and it's done really well for us.
And they still do it better than anybody else.
They do.
Others have tried to imitate it, but they do the best at it.
Absolutely, yeah. One of our best-selling vault doors is the Rhino Ironworks door. Just a good quality product for the money. They just came out with a safe that has some AR 500 in it, so they're starting to move with the times. Don is never going to settle for being mediocre.
Pretty motivated guy.
Yeah, really motivated guy. They're trying to be creative like Fort Knox and use the exotic metals and try to develop products. And really, like I said, at the price points that make sense. I mean, their product offering that we primarily carry here with a plate door and over 2 hours of fire protection for the money. Again, it fits these little sectors that we like to offer our customers. So, and then Browning obviously is a household name, mostly with firearms and hats and T-shirts and whatever else it has that bookmark on it. But maybe talk a little bit about Browning safes, and obviously, who actually builds Browning safes, and just a brief history of that.
Well, actually, if I have this right, Pro Steel, which really is one of the earliest gun
manufacturers,
safe manufacturers, worked to deal with Browning to become their builder. So it's a Browning safe by Pro Steel. So Browning doesn't build it, never has. And they built product in Utah. They also import quite a bit of product. Most of what you see in the mass merchant stores is import product.
Chinese,
coming out of China. But they have kind of a unique interior, a different take on the way to do things. Works for some people. It's a challenge for others.
Yeah.
But that's the great thing about it is we have all these different things, so if you have a specific need, we can help you meet it. Most places you're going to go find, one brand or 5 or 6 safes, or, if you see a dozen safes somewhere, that's a big deal. Here we've got, 150, 200 on display, and lots of different options.
Absolutely, yeah. You said it perfectly. We try to have something for just about everybody. But yeah, Browning definitely, with their door storage system and their Access interior, set up for guys that have quite a few long guns. It's kind of a polarizing product. People usually are either drawn to it or they aren't, right? They have this idea of what a gun safe looks like, and if someone sees a Browning, they kind of, they go, what? That's different, right? But some guys open that up and go, oh man, that's for me, right? So that pretty much works us through. So yeah, we've got Liberty, Fort Knox, AMSEC, Champion, Browning, Rhino. Now, one brand that has helped us grow immensely over the last few years, and this isn't a gun safe company. They do build some gun safes, I guess, but ISM, Israeli Safe Manufacturing. I guess we can end with the best, so to speak, as far as a security rated product. ISM has been in business since the early 1900s, built in Israel. They build the world's highest security safes, and it's been just a ton of fun to bring them in and provide solutions to both businesses and residential customers. What say you about ISM?
The security level of ISM is incredible.
Yeah.
My complaint with it is the fit and finish.
Yeah, it's not. It's not that.
A commercial AMSEC is really nicely done. An ISM,
it's a little crude.
Yeah, it's a little crude, but the security level, is just off the charts. The mechanism, the way things are put together, there's nothing else like it.
Yeah, it's incredible, from their TL rated safes to their TRTL, and then even the TXTL. It's just the amount of material, poured cast design. They use that alkernite. If you want to absolutely positively keep somebody out of your safe and are protecting irreplaceable value, then
that's the one.
The ISM torch rated product is definitely it. So yeah, you take ISM out of the equation here, and it looks a little bit different around here this last couple of years. The gun safe industry in our state, in Washington, has slowed a little bit. Well, really nationwide has slowed, but where that slowed, the ISM TRTL rated product has really helped us stay on track. And obviously, I love selling really expensive safes.
And even though the fit and finish isn't
perfect,
isn't quite up to what an AMSEC commercial safe would be, these are going in the back room of a jewelry store, or in someone's garage, or in a warehouse or something, where fit and finish is not that important, and there's no reason to spend. It's real easy to spend thousands of dollars to make fit and finish better.
Yeah.
And they don't feel a need to do that.
Yeah, they build their safes over there in Israel, and then they put them on a container and ship them over, and then they get brought from the port to us, and sometimes there's a couple dings and dents that we got to touch up, and it's just a part of the deal. So yeah, if you want perfect, we can make it perfect. It just costs money, like anything.
There you go.
Right. So, but yeah, ISM has been an awesome brand, and then besides just our gun safe and commercial safe brands. Yeah, what else do you got?
So let me ask you,
yeah.
how long does it take us to get a container of ISM? So we normally buy them full containers at a time.
Correct, yeah.
So
it takes about 3 months.
3 months?
Yeah, 3 months. So
I know we've had some where it took almost a year, but things have speeded up a little bit.
Yeah, depending on what's going on in the world. And obviously Israel has been in some conflicts as of late, but yeah, I mean, when there's turmoil in the Middle East over there, literally the factory workers at ISM are fighting in wars, and they are not building safes. But luckily, right now they're at full speed, and so we actually, as of today, we just had a container land in the port today. So I'm excited to get those in. ISM is going to continue to be a large part of our product offering, and yeah, we can ship them all over the country, and it's been fun. But yeah, I was getting ready to say, besides ISM and all of our other mainstays, obviously we carry Vaultec, top quality, biometric electronic pistol safe manufacturer.
That has been the best electronic safe we've ever had for reliability and quality of everything, construction, packaging, service.
Yeah.
They're so far beyond anyone else in that electronic pistol safe market.
They executed that well, and they continue to execute that. So yeah, Vaultec, top quality pistol safe brand, and they offer rifle solutions as well for quick access. And then V-Line. V-Line is another U.S. manufacturer of mechanical pistol and rifle safes, which we've used for years and years. And I think I even though Vaultec, it looks cool and it's quick and it's been great, I still think there's a place for V-Line in a lot of different places.
That's my go-to. I like the mechanical push-button lock because there's no batteries. And even though that Vaultec's, some of them, they used to have rechargeable batteries, and you can get into them with a key.
You're relying on different things.
You're relying on batteries. And I went to get into mine the other day, and battery was dead.
Yeah, battery's dead.
And I didn't have my key in my pocket. And
so on and so forth. Yeah. So yeah, what we've been able to do here is narrow it down to what we think is, the best brands that stand behind their product, that offer, quality safes at reasonable prices, and something that we can put our reputation behind, because we're not gonna put something out in the world that we don't believe in, right? That's something that, you've created a standard here of quality and service and expertise and all the things that we're known for. And so we expect similar performance out of our manufacturers, and we hold them accountable, and sometimes there's ups and downs, and we'll bring in a new brand, and then guess what, we decide that doesn't really align with what we want to do, and obviously that's something else, is brands we don't carry, right? Not that we're here to badmouth or put down these other brands. That there's obviously a market for them in the world, because thousands and thousands of people are unfortunately buying these imported safes from box stores. For the most part, they're just uneducated. They want to make a purchase that protects their kids and valuables from theft and fire. But some of these brands that you find at box stores that we don't carry, the primary reason why we don't carry them, number one, Chinese built, right?
That's a big part of it.
Quality of manufacturing.
Quality of manufacturing is so important, because there's so much inconsistency with a lot of the stuff.
The welding, yeah.
We've had safes that take a minor ding and a weld breaks, a seam falls apart.
And then besides construction, undoubtedly, the reliability or the unreliability of the lock.
Yeah, some of the locks, and there's I don't know, there's probably some stuff out of China that has a good reliable lock on it, but a lot of them that we've seen don't.
Yeah.
And you get this in and you sell it to somebody, and 6 months later the lock's failing, and the manufacturer doesn't want to do anything. They don't want to pay to have someone go out and replace that lock. It puts us in a bind, because we go out and do it, and we suffer that loss.
Yeah, I mean, how many safes do we go out and fix every week that are purchased at box stores with non-UL listed locks, and our safe technician Jeff has to go out and either drill it or break into it and then replace it, or by the time you replace or repair these locks, you're spending more on a new lock and the service than what the safe is worth.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I want everybody to hopefully take out of this is you can buy a U.S. built safe with a UL listed lock on it for right around the same price point as something at a box store. So yeah, we want so badly for people to know that, right? Because a lot of people just don't know.
Yeah.
They just don't know.
Well, when you're at one of these stores and you've been thinking about that, and here's something that looks like a good price, you know nothing about it, you're buying it based on
Price.
it's here and it looks like a good price.
Yeah.
That's the wrong way to buy a safe. Now, a safe like that is great for a guy that's trying to keep his grandchildren or children out of his safe, but it's not good to protect a lot of value. It's not good to protect from fire.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, hopefully somebody listens to this and if they've been thinking about buying a safe and they were considering something at a box store, go to your local specialty safe dealer. You can jump on libertysafe.com. They've got a dealer finder. Plug in your zip code. They're going to be able to send you to somebody that at least has a basic selection of quality U.S. built stuff. But yeah, it's been interesting over the last 15 years to see brands come in and go, but I feel really good about our brand offering right now. I mean, I feel like we've got a nice mix.
I think we have the best selection of products to fit the different categories.
Absolutely.
So we've got something that'll serve about anybody's needs, and they can get an education. We can answer their questions and get them comfortable so they can make an informed decision.
Absolutely. Well, I think that about covers it. Brands we carry. We didn't name any names for brands we don't, but maybe we'll put some bullets up or a link to some of the brands we don't. But no, thanks for joining me today, David. And
enjoyed it, Cale.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for watching this episode of The Safe Space. And as always, give us a call, shoot us an email if you have any questions, and we'll see you next time.